Welcome back to What's on Yours, a weekly chat about books and movies. I'm Michael Hennessy.
And I'm Cindy Smith.
And we're following up with Cindy's travels down to New York for the BEA. You've recovered?
No, I'm like so exhausted. Like I'm just drained. Like it seemed like New York just sucked everything out of me.
In a good way.
In a good way. I'm slowly recuperating.
Okay. Have you actually gotten to read through some of that monster pile of books that you've got, advanced reader copies and all that?
I didn't start reading, but I've been reading like the little novellas or little snippets of books.
Okay.
So, and there's quite a few that I got, so I'm excited to read the books.
Is this basically like the free chapters? Like for ebooks, you see that frequently.
That's
free
it.
chapters?
Exactly. Because there are some publishers who won't, because they know the book is going to be a big success, so they'll give you little snippets.
Okay.
Or it's from well-established authors that really don't need advertising, so they all do like little chapter snippets and.
Okay. Now, was this something that you've seen at every expo?
Every expo.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah, every expo has some.
Okay, that's interesting. What are a few of the titles that you're looking at?
Hunting Zoe.
Okay.
By my author friend Sherry. It's really good. Welcome to Night Vale. They're both podcasters.
All right.
And it seems like a really good book, so I'm excited for that one. Adriana Trigiani, All the Stars in the Heavens. She's a well-established U.S. author, so. And the other one was a YouTube. Jen McAllister. She's got a book coming out.
Okay.
That sounded kind of interesting from Scholastic.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Are these mostly YA targeted or?
This Sherry one is Hunting Zoe, and the YouTube one is.
Okay.
But the Adriana Trigiani is an adult book.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So those are the novellas. But how many novellas did you grab? Or
like a handful, maybe a dozen. There's not a lot that I didn't grab.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of them you kind of had to stand in line, and I refuse to stand in line for a novella.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
And that's in addition to all the novels that you have. When do you think you're going to get through some of those novels? When are we going to start seeing some reviews up on?
I'm thinking, like I'm still reading one that I'm slowly getting through, but I think hopefully this week I'll be back on sync and they'll start. But I mean, a lot of them are like September, October, like late year.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. So you stuck with the novellas and getting back onto your rhythm from BEA.
I'm hoping.
Right. Have you heard back from any bloggers that you went down with or that you met down there?
I haven't heard from anybody.
Okay.
I think we're all kind of like in that little groove, and a lot of them have gone back to work, so time is limited.
Okay. And have you scanned their BEA posts? Are you about the same?
I haven't been seeing a lot of BEA posts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been checking my reader, and there's been maybe a half dozen.
Okay.
It's been very quiet. I don't know.
Well, it's probably like what you've done. You've scheduled the posts, and this is the ramp up time to actually read the books that people got at the BEA.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, what do you think is going to be your first big book from your first full size novel from BEA? Do you have what's at the top of your list?
I really want to dig into Illuminati.
Okay.
That one has been like calling my name. That was, I think, one I want to read.
Okay.
And Smoke by Catherine Mackenzie.
Oh, okay, neat.
Those two are like calling me.
Ah, excellent. I can't remember if I told you last week, Girl on the Train being made into a movie. Did I tell you that already?
Yes.
Good. I can't let that pass.
No, I want to see that one. I want to see how that one will play out on the big screen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It should be good. I mean, the way you described it, you can easily see how it would be made into a movie.
I can envision that as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just like Gone Girl, which we're bringing up again.
Yes, that's right, which is now available on Canadian Netflix.
That's it. And when you read it, like, you can tell certain books are made for movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like I said, Girl on the Train, I think is going to be one of those books.
Okay.
Where you can see it.
Yeah, how you described it was so when you were describing it, I was like, oh yeah, I can see exactly.
Yeah.
That is a movie.
Yeah.
Very
I
visual.
think it'll be good.
Yeah. Cool. Well, my reading, the big thing that I've got Stephen King sitting waiting over there for me, but I've started to do some smaller reading. I have an old university textbook. It's not Norton Anthology of English literature, but it's similar, and it's just a variety of stories and poetry. Just to read some poetry. Just open up on a random page and read some poetry.
Very
Just
nice.
to get back into the, it's a different way of looking at the structure of writing and how to convey meaning and emotion. And yeah, so I do that. I try to do that every day, but it's not every day. But it's good to get back into that because I don't do a lot of that kind of reading otherwise. But it's good to get your brain thinking in that way. The deeper meanings and that. But even like there's the top level where it's just the structure of the sentences and the cadence of it, and then there's the the next level about how the top level meaning, but then you got the deeper themes and since I'm doing my own writing, it's good to look at something that's like more condensed and how they structure it and how they convey that meaning and how they evoke those feelings. So that's one part of my reading. The other part of my reading was I read a script. Somebody wrote a TV pilot, and I offered to read and give them feedback. So I did that.
Very nice.
Yeah, and they agreed with the notes I gave on that, which is good. You read somebody else's script, and it puts you into more analytical mode sometimes when you're looking at your own script.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a different kind of analysis you get into.
That's it.
So, and I'll be getting some feedback from other people on my writing as well, which is good.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's right. So I finished the screenplay at the end of last month, and in one day I go back to writing another one in 21 days. So
you can do it.
Yep, 5 pages a day.
That's it.
Gotta bang through it. Just gotta bang right through it.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'm excited for it. And it was a pilot for TV. I do feature films, screenplays. That was a TV pilot script. And I know this is a big TV week for you, and you'll be barricaded in front of the TV later this week with a Do Not Disturb sign.
Do not disturb. Do not.
So what's coming on?
Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black.
On Netflix, yeah.
Okay.
The countdown is coming. It's like, I want it. And I'll probably marathon watch it because I won't be able to not watch it.
Have you done like the recap where you go through like the first and the last episodes of the first season, the first and the last episodes of the second season to sort of get caught up?
No, it's pretty much like when I start watching it, it'll all click. So
okay. Well, some people do that instead of trying to burn through all the series. They go first, last for however many series there are, and it sort of catches you up.
Yeah. Well, when I start watching it, it'll all fall into place.
Okay.
Like I'm even remembering stuff, seeing the previews. I'm like, oh right, yeah, that.
Now, had you watched her other series, Weeds?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
It never appealed to me. I don't know why Orange is the New Black appealed to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Weeds never appealed to me. I tried, and
I have not seen Orange is the New Black, but maybe there's an overlap in the kind of show. Maybe. Possibly same showrunner. You'd think there might be something.
Maybe. Maybe some way they're deeply connected.
the shared universe.
That's it. You never know.
I'm not a big fan of the whole comic book shared universe, but one shared universe that I do like is Stephen King's through the Dark Tower series. How basically every single book he's written is part of the same universe or multiverse in some kind of weird way. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But it's not like they're not so tied in as so tightly tied in as what Marvel does with their comic books. But it'd be interesting to see if what's her name from Weeds got arrested and sentenced and sent to that same prison. That'd be funny.
Wouldn't that be?
That'd be hilarious.
Oh. Never know. She could pop up one day.
Or one of her kids from the show. Oh wait, does she have a daughter in that show? No, I think she had 2 sons. I can't remember now. But you would know because you haven't seen the show.
I haven't seen the show. So. Yeah.
Well, movies for me. What did I see? Oh, I saw Airplane. I took a break out of the horror movies and heavy dramas and watched Airplane.
I remember Airplane.
Some jokes I just don't remember.
Yeah.
A lot of crude sexual references and just it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I'm sure I caught it the first time through, but thinking about the movie, there were a lot of jokes I didn't remember.
Yeah, that's it. And you're laughing at different places.
Yeah, it was funny. A good old send up.
Yeah.
I would have watched Hot Shots, not Hot Shots. Top Secret with Val Kilmer, but it wasn't on Netflix, and I didn't have my DVD player right there. That's the one thing about Netflix. I've said it before. It's great. The streaming services are great, but if there's a show that's they don't find has much demand, they don't offer it. You're kind of out of luck. That's why I like keeping Blu-rays and DVD copies of the movies that I really, really enjoy. I want to watch them anytime I want.
Well, that's it. It's sad that the two Netflix Canada and US are so different.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad.
Yeah, and going on with that, the whole thing about geo-blocking, people get around that all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Like I stick with Netflix Canada.
Yeah.
So but if I wanted to, I could easily get around this geo-blocking.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, the incoming Bell Media president's like, oh, that's piracy. That's illegal. Like,
yeah. I don't know. How is it piracy though? That's what I don't understand.
Well, I understand the logic of where they're coming from, and that each country has to do their negotiations with the media companies. Yeah. And if they haven't come to an agreement on certain shows, then technically you're not supposed to show it because they don't get them per play money or whatever. But that goes into the larger thing about intellectual property and copyright, and
that's it.
A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm pro file sharing and pro piracy." Well, sometimes people conflate the two. File sharing is not necessarily piracy, because you can share files that aren't copyrighted. Some people say, "Yeah, just go copyright this movie, and it's available." And they'll use something. Oh well, it's not available for replay where I am, or something. They'll use some sort of justification for it, whereas other people actually have to pay for it. I'm not 100% on this whole justification as to why piracy or sharing files is a-okay. Simply because something is widespread doesn't mean it's ethical or moral. I mean, clearly it's not ethical. Ethical is in terms of being legal, right? Ethical, going with the system of rules. But in terms of moral, it's not quite the same. They say, well, you're not actually stealing anything because the copy is still available for other people.
Sure.
Right? Is how they look at it. Well, that's not how, why. That's like saying, oh, I snuck into this concert that everyone paid $50 for, but they're still able to see the concert, so I'm not actually doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
Well, everyone else paid $50 to get to this concert.
And you snuck in.
You're not taking anything away from somebody else, but you're still getting something that other people paid for. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know.
We're going on a sidetrack there. Because,
see, I won't be downloading Netflix US because it's too complicated for me. I'll stick with Netflix Canada.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about VPNs.
That's it. Way beyond my.
No, not at all. Not, seriously. They've made it so dead simple that you go in, you say, okay, I want this VPN. You pay your credit card, and all your traffic's routed through a VPN that looks like it's located in the United States or Great Britain or whatever country you want to be located in. You know, I am not such a voracious consumer of Netflix shows that I need to do that. There are plenty of shows on Netflix that I haven't got through yet.
That's it.
Or we have the other one. We have not Show Me, but Crave TV. There's a lot of shows.
Yeah.
And I don't feel so compelled that I absolutely positively need to see the latest show that was available, last week.
That's it.
Game of Thrones, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What's your pick of the week?
I have none.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that was coming, did you?
Didn't know it
I
was
stumped you.
Yeah. I have nothing. Sorry.
Okay. I understand.
Your pick of the week?
Airplane. Go back and check that out. Hilarious show. I mean, lots of gags being thrown at you left and right. Available on Netflix. I will say there are a few excellent choices available on Netflix now. I shouldn't say excellent because I haven't seen them myself, but they're reputed to be excellent. Gone Girl is available on Netflix Canada. Django Unchained, Quentin Tarantino's latest, and Seven Psychopaths. Those are a couple movies that I want to go check out. So those are in my queue. Yeah, yes indeed.
Yeah.
So, I see you got your owl on the back of the chair, owls on the bookcases.
I'm surrounded by owls.
And an owl in your mug.
And an owl in my mug.
So this mug of nice McDonald's coffee that you have and King Cold tea for me, you're staying warm and cool, rainy Montreal?
It's dark and rainy, as you can see.
And you're going to tackle one of those novellas today? Get through some?
I have one more left. I read quite a bit last week.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
But you have to do a little reading before you barricade yourself in for Orange is the New Black Marathon.
That's right. Because that's my weekend.
Oh, that's good, though.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Excited.
Nice. Well, I think that's just about it for us this week. We're going to have a nice short one.
Got a short week, yeah.
Excellent. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up, and I'll talk with you next week.
That's it. Have a good week.
You too.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.